ever seen someone do what Layla did on Saturday? 4 shots, 4 goals. That's a pretty efficient effort, I guess.
What if she would have had a fifth shot?
She hit the post on her other attempt.
Oh yeah,
So.
yeah. That's a good thing, especially when she scored the first one coming across and taking a shot where in a lot of cases she might not shoot the puck, she might look to make a play or pass to somebody. And so you've been harping with her to try to shoot the puck more because she's got a good shot, and if she can hit spots, she can score some goals. She had a couple opportunities Friday that the puck just missed the net, but Saturday, all of a sudden the first one goes in and it adds a little confidence, and you don't see a natural hat trick very often in our game, so it was fun to watch her, and it's fun to see her shoot the puck and hit spots and get rewarded for it.
Is that one of those situations where she was just hot and you try to get her to take a couple more shots during that stretch? Or?
Well, I think with a lot of our players, not a lot of, a bunch of our players, especially in the rink we're playing at, it's a cold rink. It's like playing out at Wrigley, except you're not out in the elements. And in the offensive zone, there's not a lot of time and space. If teams are aggressive on you, you're going to have a small window to get a shot. And so if you pass it up, you may not get another shot for a period and a half, maybe the rest of the game. You don't know. So just to try to get that mindset of a shot mentality, get into those spaces, get the shot on net. If it goes in, awesome. If it hits the goaltender, creates a rebound, you can create opportunities and goals by doing that also. So whether it's Kelly Jaminsk or Gorbatenko or Layla, get Eden to shoot, just try to get them that shooter's mentality. And the end result is if they shoot the puck, they might score, and all of a sudden Layla shoots that puck Saturday night and it goes in. She comes back to the bench and it's like, yeah, see what can happen. Hi, Beggs. How the elements treating you? Good?
Looking at St. Cloud this weekend from the experience of playing them earlier this year, what do you kind of want to spin forward on how that series went and how you treat this weekend?
Yeah, the next 4 weekends that we play, the teams defend well, they block shots well, they have good goaltenders. So what we see this upcoming weekend, we'll see up in Duluth the same thing. And as we talked about earlier, if you get opportunities, you got to take your shot. As you enter the offensive zone, you try to get pucks to the net as quickly as you can and not let them get within their structure, because so many teams nowadays, they'll get into that structure and they'll block shots and they'll do things to keep the puck out of their net. And if they're doing that at a high rate, it makes scoring that much more challenging. And so, you're in the last chunk of the season, and history tells us that to get goals is harder now than it was the early part of the season. So teams know one another. We've played against each other. So, Brian will do a good job of prepping them for, what they expect this weekend.
When you take that into account, that the game has changed a little bit, that there's more blocks, the goalies are better, taught better than they were, 10, 15 years ago. When you see the goals per game numbers still being up 5.7, whatever it is, per game, does that stand out as pretty remarkable for you with this group and what they're able to do?
Well, it just, it probably goes on the side of, having a deep team. And so teams can defend and play against certain personnel depending on if you're at home or on the road, and they can have matchups. But, if you're deep and your depth is producing, then it becomes more challenging to play against. And, like Picard's line this past weekend, they capitalize on a bunch of opportunities. And, if they're able to do that, and they've been consistent all year, and when the puck goes in for that group, then it just makes it harder to play against us.
Can you believe there's only 4 series left of the season?
Yeah, that reality comes in quick. But now when I drive home at night, the sun's still out. And it's like, there's hope. Spring is right around the corner. So thanks for coming down today. I mean, it probably was the last thing on your mind. Do I really want to go to an ice rink on a day when I'm driving in and it's 10 below zero? I don't think so, but thanks for coming down. We appreciate it.
A lot warmer in here than it is outside.
Yes, it is. A little disappointed you didn't make the trip up to St. Thomas and really bear the. It was actually colder in the rink than it is outside up there. You can imagine that. So one of our main objectives as a staff was to stay warm. And so we got prepped down in Wrigley, obviously, because it was cold down there. We had to deal with the wind, so we had enough layers on Friday and Saturday to meet that objective. So that was good.
Socks, a couple layers of socks because that.
Yep, it's not, yeah, lining pants. Paul had his, his hat on. He had his mittens on up there announcing the game. I mean, it's a priority. You have to stay warm because once you get cold, as we all know, it doesn't leave you unless you go into a sauna or you go into a steamer or you go into a heated room. So.
You probably just wanted to get out there and play and warm up.
Yeah, I mean the players have an advantage. They can, they're getting minutes and they're moving around. So, and actually the ice is great. When the rink's cold, the ice is generally really good. It's fast and fun to play on.
I want to ask you about, we know Casey is really highly ranked in assists, points, everything in national rankings, but she's really up there in face-offs too. And I know it's not necessarily an orthodox manner that she does them in. Why does it work so well for her, the way she does face-offs?
Probably some of it has to do with the experience. I mean, fifth-year players, especially the good ones, what can I do to take my game to the next level? What can I do to help the team, especially in power play situations that if you win the face-off, you get puck possession and you're in the zone already with puck possession. So, I'm not a big analytic guy. I probably should be more so, but, one of the things that you can pull out of those analytics that, if we're good at face-offs, our chances of winning are better. And so if we can continue to get better in that space, Cassie Hall's gotten better and Pick's done a nice job. If you continue to get better in that space, then, hey, at the end of the night, our chances of winning increase.
She seems to be a lot more vertical. Casey does a lot more vertical and taking draws, and a lot of people get really
Yeah.
down close to the ice.
Yeah, someday I know Ohio State and a couple other teams, Minnesota, they'll get kids in there, and I mean it's almost like it's rugby, and then you're putting the ball in there, and then all of a sudden the ball's going to squirt out somewhere, the puck squirts out. But the difference between she's left-handed, so am I going against a left-hander or I'm going against a right-hander? What side of the ice and where the face-off is has a lot to play in it. So generally kids are stronger as they pull the puck back on their backhander. And so if I'm going against a right-hander and I'm in a different spot and I can't go to that strength, then it's, can I get the stick, before she puts it down and then get the puck, or do I neutralize it, use my skate? There's a lot of different ways to win face-offs, but, you need help from your supporting cast too, because the puck will spring out right, it'll spring out left, it might just sit there. So can people come in there and help you win a face-off, knowing that it's an important part of the game?
What stands out about her passing game, Casey's?
Well, I think we've talked about in the past, why her and Sims, able to connect. I mean, they think the game the same way. So if you and I are playing together, and I coming down the ice and I see the game like this, and you're new to the game, and you're seeing it like this, that's a big difference, because now it's like, who do I pass to? I don't see anybody. And so it's amazing because we can come down together on Pozic over here, and he's the defender, and you and I, and you're right-handed, and we're going down the ice on a 2-on-1, right? And you're wide open, and I go in and shoot, and then we get back to the bench, and you look at Coach, hey Mark, why didn't you pass me the puck? Well, I didn't see you. Well, you looked right at me, I didn't see you. Well, you looked right at me, I didn't see you. And so you'll hear that from players where I'm coming down the ice and I don't see you, and you see everything. And so, for Casey, as she's coming in the offensive zone or wherever she handles the puck, she's seeing a lot of the ice. She's seeing Sims, and Sims is seeing her, and they're seeing Layla, and they're seeing KK, and so they're moving around and they're making passes because they see the ice in this vision. And that's one of the ways, and she's a good passer. I mean, Sims is a good passer, Layla's a good passer, and so, they are either creating scoring opportunities for themselves by getting passes from one of their line mates, or they're setting up their line mates for plays. And so, how do I see the game? So, if I come back to the bench and I say to you, well, what'd you see? And then you say, well, I just saw him going down on Pozic one-on-one. Well, we were on a 2-on-1, and then like a video, yeah, I should have passed you the puck, but I didn't see it because I didn't see you. But yet you looked at him. It's interesting part of our game.
I'm just an intimidating defense.
Yeah, and then we got nervous, and he's blocked already 4 shots, and he got cut here early in the game, so he's got a little blood coming down, and
Good stick. stick.
Yeah, good stick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good gap.
Right-hander or lefty?
Left.
Lefty, yeah. All good players are left-handed. Yeah. I got it.
But it's tricky having people that are that good at passing because somebody's
Yeah.
gonna shoot. Right? That,
Yeah.
That sometimes like what
Yeah.
you're talking about earlier.
And then it's like a quarterback, you know, they have this small window to throw balls, and sometimes you look at, oh my God, how do you see that? How do you time that perfectly? It's the same with the skater. So Casey's coming down, and there might not be many passing lanes. It might be between their stick and skate. It might be between the two skates, and can I make that? And then is there an obstacle? If I lay down, now can I make a saucer pass? Can I take the puck, lift it over an obstacle, and land it flat? You know, and the good players can do that.
Where does the unselfishness from Casey come from? Like, is that something that she's always had, or was that kind of part of the process that you talked about last week? You know, when they come in here, they kind of learn the process of the program.
Yeah, I think she probably came in with a mindset of setting up players, setting up her line mates and teammates to score goals, and that's a natural good feeling if I'm able to do that. You know, you're excited because you scored the goal. I'm excited because I set you up. Some of the things on the women's side is you have to take that mentality sometimes and push it over here. I'm coming down and I've got a real good scoring opportunity. I should take it. Instead of wanting to feel good to throw it over to you, and it might get deflected, or it might get broken up, or it might not connect, and we don't get anything out of it. So when do I pass and when don't I pass? And I think sometimes in the women's game, they tend to want to pass because they want to make their teammates successful, and they want to feel good about doing that. And sometimes as a coach, you might get frustrated. No, shoot the puck. You got a good chance, good quality. This guy, shoot the puck. Yeah, so, but her mentality, when you're a good passer, it's fun to set up your teammates and line mates, and sometimes with Sims, it's the same thing. She'll get into a scoring area, and she can beat the goalie from there. Might not, but she has a good chance, and then she'll pass it over to a person that might not be in a position to have that high quality of a shot. So, learning process, and when they connect and I set you up, coach is happy. When I come down in the same situation, we don't connect, and I should have shot, coach is probably saying, hey, Casey, you should have shot the puck. So it's never perfect, but it's nice to have kids that want to share the puck and have the ability to pass the puck, and especially in tight areas and in tight spaces and through traffic. Okay,
Thank you.
there we go.